Yeah. Let's start with Maeve's. I'm looking for. Oh yeah, my mouse is right here.
Okay, so as I said, I'm prefacing this with it's a relatively, I guess, hopefully, simple issue that I should have applied my mind, but I just haven't had the time, and I only found the bug yesterday.
Yeah, this is Teaching Tuesday on October 13th, 2020.
You make such a good FBI agent.
So are we? Oh no, this happened on my computer. No, are we looking? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, this is my screen. Okay, so I'm going to show you. So basically, what happens is I'm going to show you the behavior first, and then maybe we can try and figure out why it's doing it.
Yeah.
In short, where we try and get we fill in an answer in one of the inputs, and in a variety of different iterations, it doesn't fill it in all the iterations actually. In my one at least, it didn't fill it in on any of the ones. Okay, so you can see Caroline can see how great our interview is looking. You want to see the long way? Okay, so are you an attorney?
We don't need to see the long way. We just need to see that it's not filling in.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you saying a field isn't filling in the PDF?
Yeah.
Oh, I misunderstood what you were saying. Okay.
So we put in like some information, and it doesn't get printed to the PDF.
And what are we looking for? What is it that doesn't go to the PDF?
I will announce that.
Okay.
I will make that announcement. Right now, I'm just trying to skip through all of this stuff.
Yeah.
Well, when you get to that screen, tell us the
I
one
will.
that doesn't get printed, like in here, right?
Okay.
The question.
So it's connected to this checkbox. This is a tort claim.
So does that checkbox get checked?
Yes.
Okay. Does it get, is it get correctly checked? Is it functional now?
Yes.
Okay.
So okay, so here
I love these green help things. The field labels that are green. I love them. I think they're great.
We need some plain language help there, Caroline. But yeah, I like the concept.
And a spell check as well.
That's right.
Where's wrong? Where's it wrong? Where?
That describes.
Okay. Let's keep going. Let's stay focused.
So this is where the issue arises.
Okay.
So we put in the figure, other documented damages, and here we have a description of other documented damages.
And does that not get put in? You need to tell us that.
This is what doesn't get put in.
So can you hit the source button?
Just the description?
Yeah. Can you hit just the description? So hit the source button. He can't hear you yet.
I know. So slow.
Did you
scroll down?
Are you getting to this question because you said other damages, or you get to this question anyway?
You get to this question through clicking tort.
Just torts.
Okay. Can you scroll down? Hang on. Nope. I wanted to see the question, the code of the question, and what was going on there first.
Hi, Lance.
Hi, everyone.
We're just troubleshooting. I said I'm kind of cheating a little bit because I didn't apply my mind to this, and I think
troubleshooting on our form.
Yeah, I feel like if I did apply my mind for 20 minutes, I could have answered this. But here we are.
Okay.
I'm basically trying to figure out why other documented damages is not printing to the.
I don't remember it not printing in the past, but maybe I wasn't paying attention.
Maeve, you just noticed that your continue button field starts with 2 uppercase. Your variable has 2 uppercase letters in it. Just totally irrelevant, but you might just want to notice that.
Is that
okay? Folks, let's stay focused because that is not the problem.
No,
all right, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Does that cause problems?
No, it does not cause problems. It's just not consistent. Let's keep going.
Okay, cool.
Okay. If it caused problems, I swear I would tell you, Maeve.
Okay.
A promise.
So this is the question. And I've put describe other damages in here. Which should, I'll show you where it's supposed to put on the PDF, but it doesn't.
Okay.
Okay, so and I confirmed that it doesn't pull through on the PDF, the preview or the final. I'm just going to show you on the preview quickly.
Mhm.
And when I say quickly, I mean it takes a long time to load. I don't know why.
It's working hard.
It's working hard, hardly working.
Okay, so that's supposed to pull in here if other documented items of damages. It's supposed to put into this.
Okay.
field. So you see it pulled the 10 incorrectly,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but it didn't put any describe other damages in there. And it doesn't
Right.
do that. Do you believe me? That it doesn't
I believe you. We are all set, Maeve. Okay,
Okay.
let's go to your code and go to the PDF field that is named in your attachment block that is corresponding.
Okay. I think it's supposed to be other documented damages, isn't it? Documented damages.
I documented damages.
That's an integer,
Hang
so
on.
it must be
Yeah.
It was
Documented
above
property.
that, I believe. Okay. I thought I saw it. Documented damages.
description if other.
No, that's something else.
I did just see it. So where does it say documented damages? Go to where it says that.
There.
There we go.
Documented items of damage. Oh, that's a number two.
So there you
Maybe
go.
the issue is
There's
that
your
it's number,
problem.
and it shouldn't be a number.
You are trying to make it a number. You're treating it as a number.
Can I quickly do something? I just want to double check something quick here. I'm gonna just pause the recording because I'm gonna have to jump into my. Basically, what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to see what the variable was for
No.
that. Yeah, so it's this one. Documented items of damages other. So I think you're right that we're just trying to make it a number when it's not. So this shouldn't be a number.
So think about it differently, right?
It should just be
know
text.
you don't know what document items of damages other is right now, right? You don't know what that value is. Pretend you don't know what that value is. You are currently treating it like a number. You are trying to round it and make it into an integer. So what happens when you take a string and do that to the string?
Well, nothing will get put in if you put
Nothing good. Nothing good. It's all bad.
So if I was to test this properly, what I would do is I'd run through the interview again and I'd put a number in instead of a description and see what happens, see if something gets printed. But
You
I don't
could
want to
just
do that.
put X in.
But you could just, my way to see if a field is matching up correctly with a PDF is to make the contents a plain old string. Just type in chair and you'll see if it produces, and you don't have to rerun the whole interview. You can just refresh that page. So a string though, it has to be a string.
You have to put quotes on it.
Like that?
Yep. And save it and refresh on the page that this is.
And that's your preview attachment you're looking at, right?
No,
The attachment block, is that your preview or your final
this
attachment?
is the final one.
All right.
Okay, perfect.
So we're on the final one right now.
Yeah.
This is good. Da-na, na-na.
Yeah. Should work on
Yeah, I put it in.
Caroline's project.
Did it put it in?
Yeah, look.
There.
You've got the right field, right? And it works correctly for strings. Now we're pretty sure you had a text area when you filled in that field, right?
Yeah.
So let's try just putting in what? What do you think we can try putting in?
I'm going to defer to my learned colleague, Lance.
No, no, wait.
He's been subbed out.
I would say you should answer the question, Maeve. How's that?
So what you're saying is what should we put in the string?
What should you put in the Mako? Not
in
in
the
the
Mako
string,
tags.
not
In the
you
curly
don't-
brackets. What should go in the curly brackets?
If you put something in those quotes, you will get exactly what you put in those quotes.
Right.
So you don't want that, right? You want something else. What do you think you might want?
The variable that's in the question.
So let's try it.
Okay. Well, now I need to find. Just 858.
I think
right?
it's the same thing.
Oh, you think?
Yeah. And it's not other. It's dash. It's underscore other.
That's your continue button. That's not your.
Keep going.
Are you sure? It was
I
that?
thought so, but maybe your blocks are in the wrong
What's the
order.
question? Why don't you just search on the language for the question and you can get there.
Oh. And Lance, we found a typo.
Oh no.
That's
Yeah.
okay because it was a note to yourselves anyway.
Oh,
It
okay.
wasn't a note to ourselves.
Items of damages other.
So that's what I would put. I would put that in the tags.
You can put what you want in the tags.
That's what I'm just saying. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm verbalizing
Okay.
my
Okay.
actions.
Got it.
Also for my learner colleague to interject if he feels the need.
I don't dare.
And then what I would do is I'd also do the same thing on the preview block.
I mean, I would just try one and see how it goes, right?
Yeah, I'm not you though. So
That's fair.
this is how I end up in trouble and having to call you later down the line.
Sure.
But I think
You're
here,
right. Is it 973 there? Isn't that what, is it? Is that
Yes.
where you want?
that's exactly
Generally
it.
speaking, try the smaller case first. Try one thing instead of three things.
Yeah, that is the rule. And that's, we generally abide by the rule here.
You don't have to, oh, okay.
Do we not need to, do we want to run through the whole thing again and see what it says in the preview and stuff?
But you can just hit back, but that's okay.
Oh, well, it's too late now.
It sure is, Maeve. Yeah, whatever. We'll get through it.
You have skip undefined
You
in
just want to show
your
off our form.
in your attachment blocks.
Yes.
But it's not undefined. She defined it, so it would have been.
But if she doesn't go to torch, she may not define it.
Sorry?
You know, you only get that question if you check torts, right?
Yes, yeah, you'll only get that question if you check towards.
So if you didn't check torts, you might get stuck. That's why I was asking about the skip undefined.
Got it.
So we're going to try with torts.
And that would be a good test.
my daughter's in here doing something.
But it's speaking to me. Okay, so here it is. Description. That should show up. Did I spell description wrong? Okay.
No, it's so not relevant.
Okay.
All right.
So what I'll do then, if this works, then I'll make a PR and then we can do some more test slants. It worked.
Good.
I'm just gonna
Cool.
skip it while this loads. I'm just gonna go through to the signature one and make sure the signature
Do
one.
the preview attachment too.
Here's the preview
That's what you
attachment.
did. Didn't you do the
Oh, it
you
was
said
on
worked,
preview?
so that was the preview.
Oh, okay.
So this is the preview one. The description that should show up.
Mhm.
And then this is the final one,
Okay.
and it shows up there as well. So Lance, I'm just gonna rerun the tests where it didn't pull through, and then I'm gonna run one test where we don't have to tick it, to sort of what Caroline said, to make sure that it doesn't break.
Okay.
So one of the ones where we don't tick torts, maybe just the one where we don't tick any checkboxes.
Okay.
The other thing you might want to do, it's not a problem, but you've got your, the name of your file, when you see it, it's called file.pdf, which means that's what it's going to be called for the user when you download it. You might want to give it a user meaningful name.
Okay, how do we do that?
Do we want to do that right now, or do we want to cover other questions?
We want to cover other questions. I can figure this out.
Oh, you have other questions?
No.
You have a question.
You have another
Oh, yeah. No. I just
And
wanted
so
to
does
I just wanted
Lance.
to point that out, because those
Yeah.
are two things that, we're trying to be consistent. We're trying to have stuff up on GitHub as examples for other people. So I think, I'm not going to see this again. I don't want to go.
Oh, I thought we were going to have a review. Okay.
Well, even if we do, I'll forget. If I don't say
Okay.
things when I see them, I don't remember them.
That's
I
fair
agree,
enough.
Caroline.
You wouldn't know what that's like, Michelle.
Not at all. Not at all. You weren't here when I told Maeve earlier. Today's a day for me. Like, it's a
good day or a bad day?
That's never a good day, Caroline. When someone says it's
Michelle?
a day,
that is not a
it's not a good day.
that's not what I say when it's a good day.
It's been
So
a
today's
day.
a day, and we're
Been a
gonna do the
year.
best we can with that.
Okay, so Caroline, over to you. We are 15 minutes into. That only took 15 minutes. And
I know, that only takes a second to do that. Yeah.
I would have figured that out, like, by
Yes,
myself.
of course you would have.
For the
You would've.
record.
For the record. Okay, Caroline, show us your code.
Okay.
I understand the infinite loop problem, that when you hit it, you ask, that's what I call it anyway. I don't know what other people like to call it.
Yeah, well,
It keeps
I think
going.
it is. So
you
here we go.
you just repeatedly, you press continue and it doesn't continue.
I think, is this the right one?
So show me the question.
Okay, hang on a second.
And I'll show you the
Which
answer.
one it is. I don't remember, is this one or the other one? Old affidavit, I think it's this one. Let's see. No. Oh, you know what? I think it's, hang on a second. I think it's showing. Okay, so let me just show you. Okay, I'll show you the question first, because it's working now, because I wanted Kate to be able to test it.
So why show us the question if it's working? Like,
Well, I want to show you what I'm trying to do. So you see what the question
Okay.
is. So you see what it's supposed to, just take my word for it. Okay.
All right.
Did you remember everything? Ask me. Okay. So if I said I had no children and I don't want to see this question, do you need to add, if I say in your description you use, did you include anything about the children? I say no. But I don't want to add anything. No, I didn't, because I don't have any children. No, I don't want to add anything. And I'm just going to say, whoops, I'm going to say yes to everything here so I can get past it.
Who's been at your CSS?
I've been playing around with it just because you gave me the code and I was just trying to be fun. This is just my sample affidavit. I don't know.
No worries.
I actually kind of like it because it just breaks. There's so many. I have no idea about usability, but it's just, there's so many of these questions. It looks like this great big long list of yes and no. So if I go, what did I say here? I forgot now. No, I don't want to include anything about children. So if I say yes, so the issue here is I don't want to see this question if I have no children. Right now, I don't have that code not to see this question, because I needed Kate to be able to test the whole concept of how this is asked, right? So, so it had to work.
Is she able to see that if we change your code right now, or is that going to mess her up?
She's already checked it. So
Okay.
that was the thing. So if I say no, does Bob, no. Okay, that's fine. All right. So what my solution was, okay, plaintiff. So has minor children. Okay. Okay, so here's this code. If plaintiff has minor children, if this is true, edit, blah, 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 description. But this is just, if plaintiff has minor children, do this logic. Oh. And so the question down here, so that's plaintiff has minor children. Where's this long thing? Okay, so this was the question. Here's the radio button. So what I wanted to do is show if incidents of abuse dot children. Only show this if, so I wanted to do like here. So this is what I would have done here.
Mm-hmm.
And save.
Okay, so where else do you request incidents of abuse I dot children or incidents of abuse anything dot children? Let's look for incidents of abuse, like I dot children, right?
Well, I'm not sure if you're saying, so there's I dot children and there's incident of abuse I dot gazillion other things.
So I mean the one that we are using here. So let's talk about this a bit, right? So what happens if this doesn't get defined and elsewhere in the code docassemble asks for it?
Well, then obviously it gets stuck because it keeps asking for it.
Okay. And that does sound like the behavior you were describing, right?
Yeah.
Right. So what might we guess from that to explore?
Well, this is where I thought the only other place we ask for it that I can think of is right here.
Can you search for it? Can you look for dot children, for example?
Oh, dot children.
Right. You want to look for the variable that
Yeah,
you.
no. I get you. Wait, hang on a second.
It's time for a little snacky snack.
What are you having? What are you having for your
That
snacks?
that might send us in a. Yeah, we can try this. But
I thought that's what you were asking. What are you asking?
let's look for this first and see if we find anything.
I thought you were shouting at me for my snack.
So
do you need? So this is part of the same. This is also
That's
show
good.
if incidents
Okay.
of abuse.
So hang on a sec. Press the next button. Okay, so here we use incidents of abuse I dot children.
Mm-hmm.
That means docassemble is asking for this variable.
Okay, so all right. So what I need to do, if plaintiff, this show if should be a code. So if plaintiff has children, if incidents of abuse I dot children.
Yeah, but you might be able to do this with this show if, I don't know, but if not, you might need to use JS show if.
Yeah, I don't think you can do, you can only do if one variable is true, I think, with this.
Okay, I don't remember. Yeah.
I think is it this JS show if
Yep, and then it gets complicated.
val?
So that needs to be a string. Has minor children, right?
Oh, minor children, right? I did think of this at one point and then I forgot. Okay,
Close
the value.
paren. So
What?
you need to close paren. Nope, that is a function. So value, and the value in there needs to be a string. That I do know. You can just put quotes around it,
Oh, okay.
right? So that's a string. If you put quotes around it, that makes it a string. But you
Okay.
need the single quote on the other end. Yep, there you go. So this is a bit more complicated.
Yeah, it's a nested, it's a if this is true and if that's true, if this is true.
So I would put, I don't know if it works for a multi-line thing, but I would put above it
You mean above the val?
Our var index equals val I.
Var,
Var space index equals val, right? You're calling val again on a string, so you want to make that a string. Keep going.
I've got I,
Close
what?
that out. Yep, close that out. Okay. Then you want to make a string that combines them. So I might go make a new line and say var attribute name or something.
Wait, I'm not sure what you're saying.
So the thing is that you can't just, I don't think you can put val quote incidence of abuse I dot children. I don't think that's going to work. I could be wrong. We can try it. But I think we need an actual string of the actual number, which means we need to get the actual number. So let me get my annotation. So right now you have, like if you were to put something in here, if you were to put val, right? And then this, and then this, and this, I don't believe that would work. We can try it, and that might be faster. Do you want to try it?
Sure.
If so, delete these. And we'll see if it works. And if it works, it works. So that will be great.
And
The thing is, yeah, we need to try it a few different ways to make sure that it's working, but go ahead and put, you know, what we described.
so what, are we putting val here now?
Yep, you always need val with JavaScript. Why's it got my name? Get rid of
I love
my name.
your, is that you writing in there?
Yeah.
That's me. So you need to finish it out as well. Close it all up. Like a nice little package, and we
So
can
you're
try
not,
that.
the thing is, you're still asking for incidents of abused children here.
Yeah,
And you're
but
not going to get the value for that if this is negative. So you're going to get stuck.
So if statements are lazy, that means as soon as they run into something that is not true, they stop. They don't evaluate the next thing. The other thing you can do is if defined, but I don't remember, but you'll have to do the same thing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So it will evaluate this, and if this is false, it will stop, and it will not try to find them.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, then, okay, well, maybe we'll be good then. Should we try it?
We can try it. Yep, I think it won't like I, but we can try it.
We don't have I.
We do.
Oh, you mean the val? Oh, because this will turn. I see what you're saying.
I don't think that will turn into a number
Yeah.
because it's a string, but we can see.
I'm not sure if it's saved. There we go. Okay. So, all right, I'm going to start over again. That's why I made it just this short little thing. So I'm going to say,
Nice.
no, you don't have children. No, don't want that. Okay.
Great. Now go back.
Well, wait, we're not dealing with the problem yet. So it's
I
not
see. It
showing
shows
up,
up
but we have to
later.
see what happens.
Okay. That's true.
Oh, you know what? You know what's not happening? We're not getting any of the, that's weird. We're not getting any of the show ifs below. These all have, if I say no, I should get another radio.
Let's go back to your code for a sec. Show if you need a pipe here. That might be the problem.
Oh, yeah. Space pipe, right?
Yep, space pipe.
Still not
No.
working. It's broken something else.
Yeah.
Let's see if we do, I'm curious to see what's just going to happen if we say yes.
Me too.
It doesn't show up anyway. It's gone completely.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I believe one problem is that it is not turning the I into a number.
This, you know what? Sorry. This, I'm realizing this is in the wrong place anyway. This show if is not where it should be. This is the wrong field. This show if is the wrong field.
No, this is where it was.
I'm just saying it's the wrong field. Oh, no, it isn't. Yeah. No, it's the wrong field. Incidents of abused children is the one that shouldn't show up at all.
Right, and it's not showing up. Plaintiff has minor children. Oh, I remember. I think this needs to be code. I think this needs to be show if, and then it needs to be.
Oh yeah, no, it is the right field that we're working on this, right?
It is, but it needs to be special. We should look up show if in the documentation. Let's handle.
Maybe we could say hide if.
No. You still have a problem with the one above. You still have a problem with the one above. This one should be working. We need to work on this first.
That one works.
It didn't.
Yeah, no, this one, plaintiff has minor children. That one works. It's
but
the one below.
you said you have minor children and didn't ask for.
That's because we have this weird JS show if here. If I take this out, I expect.
Don't take out note.
I'm not, yeah. I think the note might be a show if too, but I'm not sure. I'll just take this out for a minute. Oh no, that's fine. Okay. So I think this will work if I.
Because it didn't show children either time. It only showed injuries. So you said
I know.
children.
I know.
Go ahead.
I think that's. See, that's plaintiff
but it did not ask the question above.
Do you need to add anything about children?
Is that the question above? Let's go back to your code. Maybe it is.
So right, we don't want it. So we're saying we don't have children.
So let's hang on. Let's see the question that we were at.
Are you talking about the question in the code?
Yes.
Okay. Did you include?
So in your description of abuse, did you include anything about, did this show up? No, not did this show up. Did this question show up? Children.
Yeah, no, it didn't. We said we have no children, right?
You said you had children. You said you did have children and it did not show up. We can go back and look at it, but I believe it did not show up. You said you did have children.
Show if plaintiff has minor children. Okay. Oh, it's backwards. Oh, yes, we have minor children.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's weird.
So if you take a second, right, and let me explain. Show if only is able to use variables that are in the question block itself. That's why I'm saying we need to go and we need to look at the documentation. We may need to use something special show if code.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And JS show if will let you do fancy code.
Yeah.
But I don't remember what you need to do in order to ask for fancy code that is not in the question block.
Okay.
Okay. Keep going, because we know this.
That's a hide if, right? Show if.
So this explains the basics of show if. So let's keep going till it gives us some more advanced stuff. Show not shown, you're limited to using variables that are part of the fields list. You can use any Python code. However, you cannot refer to variables that are defined. Hang on just a sec.
Yeah, see, if it's the I thing, that was the opposite of what you just said.
Unlike the first method, you're not limited to variables. So let's go up under the third method. Let's see what the third method is supposed to be. Just go up a bit. Show if, then the condition is considered false.
Refers to a variable that is itself hidden by show if. Then the condition is considered to be false.
Then it should work.
It should work.
I think the problem is with the plaintiff of minor children. Go up a little bit.
I might have had a no, yes. That might be.
You know what? I'm going to look it up on my screen because.
Yeah, go ahead. It's
Easier.
easier to read on your screen.
Yeah. Sorry, I wish I had a bit more, like, I had it a bit more put together today, but it's not happening. So you can use show if field modifier if you want the field to be hidden under certain conditions. Second method, but this is for a special case where the other fields is a yes, no variable. Under the third method, the one that's below this, there we go. So look at under the third method.
This is, look.
That is not the third method.
Oh, I see.
Under the third method, here.
Here.
So show if code, hang on. Unlike the first method, you're not limited to using variables that are part of the fields list. You can use any Python code. However,
let's try
any
that.
variables that are defined by the current question. So this is what we want. So basically, you wouldn't be able to use fruit in here. We can, okay.
I don't understand why this plaintiff has minor children isn't showing up.
Because it's not in here. If you had a question in
No,
here,
but it says you can't, it says you
let's go to the documentation. Okay,
So
it says you have to do it this way. You have to do it this way. Are you doing it this way? Look at what I've circled.
Yeah.
Are you doing it that way?
Not the first one, but the second one I was going to do that. You think you have to do the first one that way too?
So let's walk through. I'm debating how long is left.
So if it's code like this, right?
Do we not also maybe, do we not have time to deal with Lance's?
Yeah.
Oh, did Lance have a question? Go
Lance
ahead.
does have
I'm
a
on the
question.
right path. I can figure this out. So.
Okay, because I would love to go through how to read the documentation.
No, that's fine.
That's
fine. That's fine. Go ahead with Lance. I think I can figure this out.
Okay, so unshare for now, and we'll work
yeah.
on Lance, and hopefully we will come back to you.
Okay.
After that.
Sorry, Lance. I didn't realize you. I
No
thought it was
worries,
just Dave and me
worries.
with questions.
I have a detached head problem.
Yep. You do not have a detached head problem.
It's
So
hard to
everybody,
tell.
detached head is a red herring. It's the head of a red herring that you have
Wow.
cooked.
It's what it's telling me. Hold on, let me share.
It is what it's telling you, but that has nothing to do with your error. The error you want to look at is at the bottom of the screen.
Okay.
So go all the way to the bottom.
Okay, I'm all the way at the bottom.
Sorry, wait. So firstly,
Okay,
Lance, could you
perfect.
just tell us what happened? Like, how did you get here?
Oh
What did you
yeah,
do?
sure. I had here. Let me jump up the instructions. So as Maeve knows, we have some changes to the code that are post MVP, and I started working on one. This make changes to the form where you get to the end and you want to change things, and it sends you back to each of those questions. and it's pretty complicated on our form already because of the way the form is structured. But in any event, I did a few of those, and in the meantime, one of the changes we made, MVP changes we made, was to add another section in, essentially. I can't remember what it was now, but to add something in that now I want to, it was when we pulled the code from Maeve did it, pulled the code from the basic questions just at the end there. I can't remember what it was. What it was about, but one of the questions we had to modify it, so we pulled in the basic questions code to modify it. And now that that's in there, I want to be able to add that to my list of things that have to be changed, right? And so I thought, well, can I bring in the changes that have been made to the master? So in a sense, update my branch without losing all of the work I've done. And Michelle had explained to me that I make a new branch, then I pull the master, I merge the master into that new branch and see what happens. So in the course of making a new branch, I got this error message, this detached head error, the red herring error message.
That is not the error message.
Okay. So I'm not sure what to do.
Okay. So you look at the very last line.
Nothing to commit.
Right. Working tree clean.
Working.
So let's look at the GitHub documentation we've created. If you go to the assembly line code questions channel.
Okay.
And look at the pinned items.
Okay. How do I find the pinned item?
So if you look at the top of the channel, right under the channel name, see this little thumbtack, and it's got the number 4 next to it.
Okay.
That is a pinned item.
Hold on a sec here.
That is, well, that's all the pinned items, really.
I'm not seeing it. Sorry.
So unshare your screen and I will share my screen.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So right here, can you see my mouse? At the top of the screen, right here.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So the pinned items. Okay. Living agenda, top of tutorials, guides. Is that the one?
Does it say anything about
We're
GitHub?
using GitHub with docassemble.
Okay. So now share that screen with us.
Okay.
So what do you think you might look for in here?
Well, first off, I'd look for detached head, but
so
nothing
press Command F, and I mean you can look for detached head.
Did I get a window here? There it is. Okay.
So did you see where you found detached head?
Yeah, well, in errors when committing.
Okay.
And texted about it next. Whoops, sorry. Use that other file add to. Okay. Well, I didn't make any changes when since the commit that I've made.
So what do you think you would do first now? What's one thing you could do, right? You've got some sentences here about what might have happened. What's your first move?
You did not add the file you edited to your package. Okay. That doesn't make any sense to me.
So click on the link.
Okay.
I don't know where the link leads, but click on that link. And then click on you know, the link that it leads to. So hit bookmark.
Hit there?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
So you can read the instructions, and it looks like it might start up there. I don't know if this is the full thing, but it might be. Okay, so we've got some instructions here. So
Okay.
what's your next move?
And your template file. Okay. Okay, so I've never had to do this before, but so I would go back to.
You can just
yeah.
hit the back button
Okay.
and then refresh. You'll have to refresh. Oh, you don't have to refresh. Perfect.
Okay.
So let's try following these instructions.
Okay. So my new project, the interview files and the template files. Okay. So interview files and template files. Those are selected. Are those the right ones? The YAML file and the
Yeah.
PDF? Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, that's good. So let's look at the other item. Maybe I'm wrong here, but maybe we have not found. But go ahead and keep looking, right? That was item number 1.
Okay. Do I need to go back here? No.
So how will you find your way back? How did you find your way there?
I did the Control F detached head. No, there. I just backed up.
Perfect.
Okay. Make sure the name is not changed. Exactly the same. Yeah, I mean, I guess it could. There's a possibility that it's not exactly the same, but I didn't change it.
Well, it looks to me, right? It does look the same. Sorry, I'm rushing a bit because we're
okay.
close to
So I haven't
time.
made any changes to the files. Yeah, I probably didn't make any changes from the time you said create the new branch, right? There's nothing new in there from the old branch. So that would,
That
I would have
sounds
to,
like,
I would have to go into here and just change the code a little bit. And
oh, I see what you're doing. Okay, I see. You tried to do this in here. Go to GitHub. Go to GitHub.
GitHub itself or GitHub here?
Your repository.
Okay.
In GitHub, the repository of that thing.
Okay.
You can actually go to the packages page and you can click right on your branch.
Oh, okay.
So go to packages.
I'll do it this way.
All the way down when you get there. And then you can
and go GitHub here?
Click on that. That is your branch.
Oh, wait. I clicked.
That is your branch.
Sorry. I'm trying to do too many things at once.
So go ahead and hit forward. Okay, that's fine. That's good. So.
Okay, this is my branch.
Yep,
okay.
That is the branch.
Okay.
So now what you want to do is you want to hit this drop down. You want to type something in here. Type the name of a branch. Find or create a branch. So create a new branch. This is where you want to create the new branch, not in DocAssemble.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I'm just going to update, make changes.
Yes.
Okay.
And
then click create.
Yep. Now this is where you want to make a PR.
Okay.
And what were my instructions?
I want to make a pull request for master to the new branch.
Okay, so let's try to do that. So let's try hitting pull request and let's check. Are you making a pull request from master to the new branch?
No, I'm doing the other way around.
Okay, so let's try to change that.
So update, make changes, and master.
All right.
Okay.
Now you're gonna have to give it a title because that's required.
Oh, it doesn't automatically. I'm so used to it
No.
filling in now. Pull master into make
Yeah,
change.
make changes. That's
working
good.
branch. How's that?
Okay,
Okay, create pull request.
sure. Yep, that looks good.
Okay. And so,
Does that look like what you want? Do you want to test it out and see? You know, I think all it will do is test out master. So I don't think there's a point. But you can.
right.
My step at this point would be to go ahead and merge pull request, and then to check out that branch, to like go to the playground and get that, make a new project and check out that branch and see if the behavior is what you want. Right?
Okay. Okay. So I'll just go ahead and merge this,
Right.
and I won't delete the old branch.
Yeah. And then you can, yeah, you won't be able to because it's a default branch. But
Right.
so then I would go in and I would go to the playground and I would pull in up, I would make a new project and I'd pull in update, make changes.
Okay.
So make a new project, right?
Oops. So here.
So it's
Make
up
it-
here. The GitHub instructions have this as well, by the way. So if you don't remember
Okay.
it in the future, it has that.
So manage projects.
Mm-hmm.
Add a new project,
Mm-hmm.
and what would I call it?
Something that will help you remember what you're doing on it.
Does it have to be in camel case like that?
It can't be no spaces and no.
No spaces and no hyphens.
Yep.
Okay. Post MVP working. Right. How's that? Is that too long?
No, you can make it whatever will help you remember.
Does that help me remember?
Yep, it's for
Sure.
you. I'm not going to be
Okay.
looking at this very much longer.
Okay.
So
That could
go
always.
ahead and go to the new branch, to the new
Okay.
project. Go to the new project, right?
I can just click on it.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, how do you pull in a project? Do you remember?
No.
All right, perfect.
Lance, you know.
So,
Maybe I'm sure I've done this stuff, but
so
I
where
just pull it-
where can you
pull
look
it-
for, where do you think you can look for answers?
I just pull it in here. Is that what you mean?
Yep,
But there's no branch.
it's true. So where do you think you can look for answers on how to do this?
I bet I'm back to the documentation that you've created.
Yes. It'll be a good test of the documentation.
Yeah. That's not giving me.
So what are you looking for now? What information are you looking for at this point?
I want to pull.
So let's try
GitHub,
looking for that. Right?
Okay. When I do control, oh, there it is. I see. Okay. Pull.
So keep going. I think it appears a bunch
There.
of times. So,
Yeah.
but you can cycle through them pretty quickly
Yeah.
because you were pretty close to the end of the file. So I suspect.
Now
knowing
I'm
the
at the
main
end. Now I'm
things
at the
are-
very beginning.
Oh,
Did
so
you
what
think
does that
it was there?
say? What does that
Oh.
say?
Pulling into a project. There
Mhm.
we go.
So you can click on that, by the way.
Oh, I can just click on this.
Yep. Click
Where?
on that. Just click on it.
Ah, there we go. Wow. Whoever did this documentation sure was clever.
A lot of this was Aubrey, just so you know. So let's look through the instructions and let's do this. All right.
Okay. Pick the branch you want to pull from. I mean, that's where I did.
Okay,
Except
keep
I
going
didn't
then.
have any branch.
So you can look at the shortened instructions and see if that's sufficient,
Mhm.
or if not, you can look at the pictures.
Okay, pull. Grab the URL from the repository you're pulling from. So I go here.
So let's look at the documentation,
Okay.
right? So what does that URL look like?
I can't see it.
Oh, you can't see it?
There. Okay.
Okay, so you want something that looks like that.
It looks like this, no? Test and then the name,
Does it?
or I mean,
So let's look at this and let's look more carefully. We've got github.com. We've
okay.
got Suffolk Lit Lab, the user.
Okay.
We've got, where's the repository name? Can you highlight the repository name for me?
There is here.
Good. I mean, it's doc assemble dash, but yeah,
Oh,
basically.
Yeah.
Okay. And what does it say after that?
It's got the tree update, make changes. It's got
Okay.
tree.
So let's look in
This
here again.
doesn't have tree.
It does not. So what part of the URL?
So I just need this first part through there.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So back to my instructions. Grab the URL.
Keep going.
Okay, so put it in. Whoops, sorry. Where that's for the GitHub URL. GitHub URL right here.
Yeah. Okay.
There. Okay.
Okay.
I'll pull. Now
Well,
I get my. Okay. Okay. See, I've never done any of this stuff. Maven's always taking care of everything for me.
Aw,
all right. Now you have the code and you can hit back and that will take you to the playground.
Okay.
And
So
you can
now I
run
can-
this and see if it behaves the way you want it to.
Uh-huh.
And if
I
it
can-
does, you can merge this into master or you can merge make changes into master. It doesn't matter which one you do.
Oh, I see. Okay, but I don't want to merge it into master yet, because all the functionality isn't built here. It's only half
Sure.
of what needs to be done.
So
this-
you can merge it into make changes. You can make make changes.
Right,
You can
right.
Merge it into
And-
make changes.
Okay. And then make changes, and then I can delete update, make changes,
Yep.
and only work in
And
in
you'll
make
delete this
changes.
project too, right?
What's that?
You'll delete this project too. You'll just
Oh,
put
right.
new code into that,
Right,
project that you
right.
had, or you make a new project,
Right. I gotta write
because
that down,
don't
'cause
keep
I'll
old
forget.
projects around.
Okay.
Bad idea.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
and
you.
with that, we are right on time.
Okay. I have to go. Caroline, do you want to make an appointment for later and we can go over the documentation?
Let me see if I can get through this.
Okay.
I feel like I'm close to it, but I can't. I just want to I want to understand why this isn't working, because it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I think we should spend some time and then we can kind of look at how documentation is laid out, because reading documentation is also one of the skills. Like the skills for programming are Google searching and reading documentation. Those are like what you need to know to be able to code.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to
Yeah.
beyond
sure.
the basics, which you already have. Those are the skills you really need. So I think it might be good to go over that. I kind of wish we were recording it, because maybe we will record it, because I
Yeah.
think it's a really relevant thing for most people who are going to be doing
Sure.
it.
So it's pouring rain here. If today isn't a good day for you, we could do it another day. What do you want to do?
Let me see what my day is looking like. We can turn off recording if you want me. This part is not going to be exciting.